the meal on April 14th. It's not the 7th. I don't know if you want to make note of that. It's definitely the 14th. Also, there may have been an issue with the minister's message and the announcement. If you didn't get it this week, please let me know. I think some people did. I just want to check if there's anyone who didn't. Keep an eye on that. The other announcement, I want to highlight something that I'm excited about. On Tuesday, we normally have our joint board meeting set for this Tuesday, but we have something special. The joint board is going to meet at 6:30 for about half an hour to quickly wrap up some important business, and then we're offering a workshop on conflict resolution that's open to anyone who wants to come. It'll be offered by Alison Pfeiffer. Reverend Alison Pfeiffer is a trained facilitator in conflict resolution, and she's a minister in Burlington at St. Stephen's, and she'll be offering this workshop to us. I find that whenever I've been through the workshop, and what I find is that it's helpful to me in my own life, in my personal life, like dealing with kids, or dealing with my family, or dealing, just even customer service. It helps you in life, and it will be helpful in church. One of the messages about conflict is that conflict is healthy. You have to have conflict in order to adapt and change. It is a healthy thing. There are unhealthy ways of reacting to conflict and managing conflict, but you don't want to eliminate conflict. You want to be able to engage it and harness it and use the lessons it brings and the energy it gives for momentum. So I'm hoping that it will come. That would be good. I think that's all the announcements. The rest of the announcements I'm going to leave for you to read. And Lynn, would you like to do your announcement?
So before I start a brief update of Wednesday's board meeting, I'd just like to say thanks to Karen and Marie for updating the bulletin boards downstairs. They're doing a wonderful job of keeping that fresh and new and interesting. Thanks to both. So hopefully the board minutes and snippets will get emailed out to you sometime early this week. So at the meeting, the Finance Committee reported that there's a new model for counting offering. Ushers are asked to count and record the offering following the service. If you're not comfortable with doing that, ask somebody else to take your place. I just ask that you remember the arm's length rule. In other words, a husband and wife shouldn't count offering together. Family members, brothers, sisters, parent, child, it should be kept at arm's length. Excuse me. In the basement window, you'll find a file box with instructions, recording forms, and other necessary supplies. Please read the instructions first. Note that we have to keep all the offering envelopes for 6 years for Revenue Canada purposes. So wrap them in a plastic band and put them in the mailbox by the front door for you to pick up and store at the church. Give the cash, checks, and the reporting form to Dave Foreman. If Dave's not at church, you can give them to me, and we'll have things deposited at the bank. Excuse me. Dave's also hoping to send out an appeal letter around the 1st of May, and he's encouraging us to think about using PAR. He'll be explaining that a bit more in the future. Excuse me. Food trucks are coming from May to September, probably on Thursdays. And when they have the dates in place, we'll let you know. It's looking like we don't have to have a handicap push-button door at the back of the church to meet regulations in 2025. So the Finance Committee is moving ahead with, the Property Committee is moving ahead with securing quotes to either update that back door with a new panel and so on, or replace it with a better fitting door, and maybe hopefully be able to keep the 3 outside doors to 1 key, so that there's not separate keys for every door. Dave's hoping to call the Chancellor Committee together soon so we can get some work done. Summertime comes, everybody gets busy. We might be able to have some concerts or some programs here in the fall if we got this down to 1 level. There was some concern expressed about safety at the front door and following the New Zealand attacks, how we would be safe and secure here. So it was thought that you really can't prevent attacks, but you can be prepared. In other words, who's knows first aid? Who knows how to do CPR? What can we do if something were to happen? So Jean Tucker's being asked to put together an emergency preparedness plan. And if you're someone who has skills in CPR or first aid, please let Jean know so that she can put that together with her plan. There's also discussion about the possibility of having a defibrillator here at the church. And so we'll be looking into that as well. If you wish to book the lower hall for birthday, wedding anniversary, baby shower, who knows what, I'll contact either myself or Emily, so we don't double book things. And we try to post everything on the calendars downstairs. Some people have been asking about the referendum on church time. That will be voted on at the joint board meeting on Tuesday night, and so we should be able to let you know next week what the results of that are. On Saturday, April the 13th at 4 o'clock, Sybil Stahl has arranged to use our church kitchen to bake all the cupcakes to go to the Wesley Center. So if there are 3 or 4 people who would like to come and help Sybil do that, let me know. That would be great. The very last thing involves a celebration Sunday that we're planning for April the 28th to honor long-term members of our church, especially Donnie Knight, who have been a member here since 1954. So we thought it would be nice to invite as many of our older members who can't get to church on a regular basis to come that Sunday, maybe offer some rides so they get here and have lunch for everyone following that service.
Thank you, Lynn. That's a really good summary of all we discussed and all that we're looking at and working with as a board, which is a really important ministry. It's a really important ministry to offer in the running of this church. With that being the announcements, we'll acknowledge the land. We gather to worship on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We live on this land as a result of a treaty made between the First Nations that were here before us and the settlers who came after. Together, we are a treaty people. We honor the land and its people. We light our Christ candle to symbolize the light of Christ, which shines in the world. This should be easy, and ideally rehearsed. I think I need to go back. Yeah, I thought I read that it was mine. Okay. I think I might go back to matches and let the kids do the high tempo. Sure. I don't need to. Watch it. Okay. Oh, anyhow, I'm going back to matches.
Just gave up on you.
Peace be with you.
And also with you.
Let's sing. Come, let us sing a wonderful song. I invite you to have your inbox close by. Because we are still working on the technical difficulties with this. We have a solution that we will give it a try, hopefully next week. But in the meantime, we will try. I invite you to join in the call to worship. We follow the way of Jesus.
Open our hearts.
To know that our true selves are one with God, who is love. Jesus saves us from fear, from selfishness, from meaninglessness.
Lead us to serve with compassion and act for justice. He moves us to curiosity and creativity. He brings us together in the community of the church,
Where we grow in divine love, build with others a more heavenly world, and worship God with humble joy.
Resisting the Holy Spirit listeners, we wait for her to stir our souls.
In silent contemplation. We treasure the living, progressing Christian tradition. We creatively employ the sacred myths and stories and histories of the Bible to express our spiritual experience beyond the bounds of creeds or beliefs.
We interpret our ancient practices of prayer and worship. We embrace what is good in our religion and others.
And release what stands in the way of the law of love. And we invite you to walk with us just as you are. Let us pray. Loving God, it is your presence and your love that nourishes us. May we feel it strongly as we sing the hymns of our faith, listen to your words of Scripture, and contemplate the message of the prodigal son. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And as I'm having trouble with technology, I'm not even going to attempt to read from my phone the little print story that I was going to read. I'm going to save that for another time. Let us join into it together and silently participate in a prayer of confession. The old ways are so comfortable, O God. They fit like old slippers. They feel like old friends. I don them more readily than my resurrection clothes. I live with the familiar more easily than your future. I am better at being an adult in the old world than a child of the new creation. How quick I am to forget the cost of making all things new. How blind I am to the need that you see. How deaf to the groans you hear. How cold my heart is to you and to my neighbor. Open my eyes, my ears, my heart. Let me live as your spirit child in your new world on this new day. Amen. God's love, forgiveness, and strength and hope are always available to us. Thanks be to God. And I invite you to join in singing a fire is meant for burning.
we will live in God's delight. As every one in the springtime is a sign of God for you. Every great piece of darkness lives with us near. As the rainbow lights the heavens, when a soul is fast and gone, may our lives reflect the radiance of God's new and glorious dawn.
And I would invite you to turn to Psalm 32. It'll be on the screen, but it's not really reliable. So Psalm 32 and Voices United, in one version it's on page 759. That's in the version without the music. Yes. Blessed are those, before we need to hear the Blessed are those whose offenses are forgiven, whose sin has been put away.
Blessed are those who God gives no guilt, and in whose spirit there is no deceit.
When I kept silence, my body wasted away, while I groaned all the day long.
For your hand was heavy upon me day and night. My strength cried out as in summer.
Then I acknowledged my sin to you, my guilt I did not hide.
Said, I will confess my sins to God, and you forgave the guilt of my sin.
Therefore, let all the faithful pray to you in time of trouble.
When great flood water rises, it shall not come near me.
You are a hiding place for me. You will preserve me from trouble.
You will surround me with shouts of deliverance.
I will teach you and guide you in the way you should go.
I will keep you under my eye and instruct you.
Be not like a horse or mule without understanding.
Whose course must be checked with bit and bridle.
Many pains are in store for the wicked.
But whoever trusts in God is surrounded by steadfast love.
Inviting the seal to be the gospel first.
Luke 15, 11 to 32. The lost son. Then Jesus said, there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the share of the property that will belong to me. So he divided his property between them. A few days later, the younger son gathered all he had and traveled to a distant country. And there he squandered his property in dissolute living. When he had spent everything, a severe famine took place throughout that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed the pigs. He would gladly have filled himself with the pods that the pigs were eating, and no one gave him anything. But when he came to himself, he said, how many of my father's hired hands have bread enough and to spare? But here I am dying of hunger. I will get up and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me like one of your hired hands. So he set off and went to his father. But while he was still far off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran and put his arms around him and kissed him. Then the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his slaves, quickly, bring out a robe, the best one, and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. And get the fatted calf and kill it. And let us eat and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And they began to celebrate. Now his elder son was in the field, and when he came and approached the house, he heard music and dancing. He called one of the slaves and asked what was going on. He replied, your brother has come, and your father has killed the fatted calf, because he has got him back safe and sound. Then he became angry and refused to go in. His father came out and began to plead with him. But he answered his father, listen, for all these years I have been working like a slave for you, and I have never disobeyed your command. Yet you have never given me even a young goat that I might celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours came back, who has devoured your property with prostitutes, you killed the fatted calf for him. Then the father said to him, son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. But we had to celebrate and rejoice, because this brother of yours was dead and has come to life. He was lost and has been found.
Sometimes things won't work.
Oh God, how we have wandered.
Talking about things falling apart, have you heard the latest news about Prince Harry and Prince William? They aren't getting along at all, according to InStyle magazine. Rumors of a royal feud between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton have dominated the headlines in the last year, but it turns out that we have had it all wrong. It's not Meghan and Kate who are feuding, it's Harry, the brothers. We have this information from a close family friend, Nick Bullen, in many families, and assures us that Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles are working really hard to bring the brothers back together. These two royal brothers have captured our hearts much like their mother Diana did. They always seemed so close. And God knows they needed one another for support when they lost their mother at such a young age. With Meghan and Harry expecting their first child in April, I hope that the brothers will reconcile soon. It's sad when families are torn apart. What we see in the story of the prodigal son is a family that's being torn apart. They've had a younger son who's asked for his inheritance early, and he's taken off. He's gone away and left. And very likely they had no news of him. They had no idea where he was, whether he was alive or dead. And the older brother is left behind to care for his father and do the work around the estate that he used to count on his younger brother to help with. Well, it's not a good situation. The older brother sees that his father is suffering. He watches his father go out to the entrance of the estate every day and look and just hope for signs that his son is returning. Well, one day there is good news. He does see his son coming forward, and he's so excited, he instantly welcomes him back. He hugs his son. He forgives him. His son says that he regrets everything he's done, and he asks to be just accepted back as a hired hand. He doesn't even ask to be accepted back as a son, family member, with all the rights that go along with that. But no, his father is ready to forgive and welcome him back. The older brother, no, not quite. The older brother, he is suspicious. He's not ready to forgive. He's not ready to trust. He's seen what his younger brother has done, and very likely he's known that that his younger brother did not have a strong, loyal, reliable, hard-working personality. This just probably didn't come out of the blue that he left one day and squandered fortune. He probably showed in many ways that he was careless and irresponsible. So the older brother doesn't really trust this younger brother to come back, be responsible, and to give up his former careless ways. It reminds me of a story of two models. They're plastic models. They're models, making models, and they like to do that together. And the little boy looked up to his older brother so much. He so much wanted his respect. He so much wanted to be like him and to be able to do everything that his older brother could. Well, they went to buy. They needed some turpentine, and they had enough money, maybe a little bit of extra that they were going to use to buy some ice cream. They went to the store to get it, and the older brother said, "Let's get the glass bottle. That's the best. That's the one we like to use the most." And they paid for it, and the younger brother said, "Let me carry the bags. I want to carry the bags home." Well, they were walking home, and the younger brother is just kind of skipping along, and he drops the bag. Well, it's a glass ball of turpentine and it just smashes. He looks up at his older brother and sees anger flash over his face and he thinks, oh, he's gonna hit me, he's afraid. But the older brother doesn't hit him. He said, no, it's okay. We'll go back and we won't get an ice cream, but maybe we'll be able to buy a small, cheaper brand of turpentine and we'll be able to finish the project. He had his brother's forgiveness, but he never got back his brother's trust. Even when they grew to be men and they were working on projects together, the older brother would not give the younger brother any critical job to do, not the important cuts. He might let him hammer a nail, go get me a hammer, but no, he didn't trust him to be an equal partner in whatever they built together. That was lost. He wanted that respect and that trust of his older brother more than anything, and he just never regained it. This time, and it takes a leap of faith, and it takes watching someone fall down and get up again and make mistakes and have learned over and over again and eventually grow to be a responsible, perhaps productive, equal partner. I don't worry about the father in the story of the prodigal son. The father instantly forgives. The father forgives. I worry about the older brother, because the older brother may have the harder job. Will he be able to forgive, but will he be able to trust? Will he be able to work with his younger brother as a partner? Will he always be watching him, waiting for him to make a mistake, waiting for him to fail and mess up again? It's sad when brothers have rifts and when they don't get along. And thankfully, when that happens, we have the model of love and forgiveness that feeds us in our Christian faith, and that's the model of a father's love. The father in the story, the son, is like our Father, is like God, always ready to welcome us back, always ready to offer forgiveness and give us responsibility. God asks us to be builders of God's kingdom. We are kingdom builders. Even though we make mistakes, we mess up over and over again. I may have trouble lighting the Christ candle, but God will trust me to try again. Eventually, I will get it right. There are many ways that we make mistakes, but we are never rejected or relegated to minor, inconsequential tasks. We are given the honor of being builders of God's kingdom. Thanks be to God. I invite you now to join in singing Jesus Christ is Waiting.
Jesus In the kingdom's causes, let me raise with Jesus Christ is healing in the streets. Curing those who suffer, touching those he brings. Listen, Lord Jesus, I am with you. Let my every action healing just like you. Jesus Christ is dancing, dancing, even love peace. Listen, Lord Jesus, I should triumph through. On suspicion's graveyard, let me dance with you. Jesus Christ is calling, calling in the streets. Join my journey, I will ride their feet. Listen, Lord Jesus, let my ears be new. All was set before me, I will follow.
And now I will collect a minute for mission.
All right.
Maybe as it's loading, we could do the offering. So we could, and if it loads and it's ready by the end of offering, then that's great.
Sure.
Invite you now to offer to us what you can give, not just money, but your hearts, your minds, your faith, your hope, to join in God's mission in the world. Your offering will now be received.